Hey everyone, hope everyone's doing well. We're going to be doing question and answer today. And sorry, my voice is a little dry. And we're going to be going over, I'm going to give you all an AI agent. There's some really cool stuff going on in AI, folks. Okay, so I'll be showing you some of the AI agents I've been creating. And we're going to give away some Rumble ads. And yeah, but I just wanted to see this kind of a test. I want to see if there's any good questions in here. Guys, post your questions in. This is a live session. I'm not sure there's going to be a replay, but just trying stuff out. So let's see. I think there's a lag in the chat, but I'll wait to see if any questions. Is affiliate marketing still an oh, here, let me bring it. So, questions. Awesome. Is affiliate marketing still an option in 2025? Absolutely. In fact, it's like one of the, I call it open source capital. Here, let me bring this up. I call it open source capitalism because it's one of the few ways that you can literally, without knowing anybody, just owning a computer, you can generate content, you put it on social media, you see all these channels that are faceless, right? They're, so what products do they promote, right? So a lot of them are affiliates. You see a lot of YouTubers, if you look at NordVPN, Honey, there's all these companies that have blown up because of affiliates, okay? More questions. What's up? Best free traffic source. Good question. I would say, so I don't do too much free. Here, let me bring this up. Best free traffic source. Let me keep the questions coming, folks. Keep in mind, I don't do a lot of organic traffic. Here, let me bring this up. So here we are on best free traffic source. There we go. So the best free traffic source, what I've heard is TikTok. Okay. Now for me personally, I have a big YouTube channel, so this is probably my best free traffic source. But what I'd say generally speaking, also email, okay? Anything you can spam DMs, but really it all works around you. Now, if you want to get traffic from, if you're very technical, and you're very good at SEO or doing blogs or getting stuff ranked, that's going to be the best traffic source for you. Okay. Now, if you hate staring at computers for long times, but you have a really good friend who's a photo editor or who's very good at Instagram strategy, right? And maybe you look really good or you do interesting things or you're good at AI content creation. You can do that. But everything depends on the person, right? Are you going to be doing text, playing with programming, or are you going to be, good with images and videos? The most important thing is that you absolutely are able to play by the algorithm of whatever that traffic source is. Okay. Now, if you can't think of interesting topics to do videos on, if you can't edit a good thumbnail, then you're going to do awful on YouTube, okay? So every I'd really say play into your strengths. Play into your strengths with free traffic. But that said, TikTok's, if you're good at, video, TikTok's really easy. And then, yeah, if you're technical, you obviously have a lot more options. Audio's a bit low. Okay, let me see. Is this too low? Guys, is this better? Okay. What's free? Well, I'm giving away AI. Here, I'll put it in here. Free AI agent giveaway and, Rumble ads, right? So I'll show the AI agent. Does this sound better, folks? Sorry, I haven't been doing a lot of streams lately. Yeah, and I hope this format is comfortable with everyone. I understand it's not the typical YouTube style video, scripted and everything, but I hope you guys enjoy this. You know, I'm here promoting our affiliate offer. Dude, affiliates are crushing it. So our offer, my offer on ClickBank, you can search by going to, you know, just my name or AI Marketers Club. And you see, folks, I had an affiliate yesterday that earned over $700 commission. So folks, what we're doing here, okay? I'm here shilling, guys. I'm here shilling, okay? AI Marketers Club, ClickBank affiliate offer, 90% commission, okay? 90% commission. The funnel is 27, 197, and then 597, and you get 90% across the entire funnel. So that's, and we have affiliates that are earning over $700 per sale commission. Okay. So I'm going to give access right here to the affiliate resources if I get enough likes and hearts and whatever, enough reactions and enough good questions in the chat. So I better see some hype, okay? Because and anybody who puts in their ClickBank ID, I will be giving you 90%. I have to have your ClickBank ID for 90%. So just put in your ClickBank ID in the chat if you want 90% commission. Okay? Does this sound better? Okay, there's a big lag on the chat. Okay, guys, I need some reactions here. I'm doing this for free, guys. You know, come on. You know, I think that's a pretty good commission. Is that not a good commission? 90%. Look at that. So if we add all this up, that's $821. Okay? Let's add this up. 27. And folks are getting the full, folks are getting people going through the full funnel. The full funnel. And they're getting they're getting people paying all of this because we have really good product. I'm not going to belabor what's in the product yet, but it's good. And wait till I show you how the AI agents work. But what we're doing, and guys, I need to see some reactions if you guys want me to give the 90% commission, all these bonuses. But if you get 90% of that as an affiliate commission on this offer, you're getting $738 from a single click. Potentially, right? Now, folks, throw in your, get some reactions and likes going and put in your ClickBank affiliate ID. Jamsheed, I already added you. Jamsheed, I already added you. Okay, Wolf Warrior, I got you. And guys, if you're not subscribed and watching this, you're not going to be able to chat. Okay. So, okay, I see some things in there. So that's the pitch. But people are already making a lot of money since I announced this last week. We already have almost 10 affiliates with sales, okay? Who these 10 affiliates are, I know as much as you. I know their affiliate ID, right? So that's what's happening. And I'm going to go over some ways that you can promote this because I'm going to give you an AI agent who's going to be able to set up marketing for you. I'm going to give you some Rumble ads that you can advertise on Rumble. If you guys know what Rumble is. They've banned me from everywhere else. They try to ban me. But what's happened is I've gone to TV, you know. I mean, I don't think anybody here watches TV. I've gone to TV. I've gone on places like Rumble. And now it's open to affiliates. So we're going to promote these offers. Okay? And you guys get 90%. So Rumble is just, you can put up things that aren't compliant on YouTube, right? Right? Google and Meta the Google and Meta Mafia are real, and they've tried to ban me, but they're not going to. Now, let's get into here. Okay. Let's get some, so questions. What's good, Winners Club? I need some questions. Where are your guys' questions? I need questions. Got the first invite first time. Where's the questions, guys? Okay. This is supposed to be a question and answer, not me shilling my affiliate offer to make you guys lots of money. So I've paid out, over the course of time, we've paid out over $10 million to affiliates. That was for my last offer on ClickBank, which was super affiliate system. So we paid out almost $10 million, right? We were, that was a $9.97 product. Now the market shifted to, we have to start lower ticket, but all the other business opportunity, make money online products have been kicked off of ClickBank because of a high chargeback and refund rate, So what I've done the last 6 weeks is I've rebuilt the back end. It's very nice. And it's no longer just a video course. There's AI agents for all different niches. And I can show you guys, if you guys are interested, if you tell me a niche you want me to market with an AI agent, just spell it out. But if there's if you guys want to see this in action, well, I'm giving you one of these agents today. Thor. The one to market this product, AI Marketers Club. So I'll be showing you how this AI agent works. But students, everything's compliant this time per ClickBank. And I am the only make money online offer on ClickBank. So let's see. What are the questions? Do we have questions? I asked 2 questions above. Okay, Wolf Warrior. Do you have a source for additional IP addresses? Okay, great. So, source for additional IP addresses, for things such as that, I would go to, get off. Hold on. Vivaldi. It's a Chrome base. I recommend everyone use Firefox. So, Wolf Warrior, I suggest Black Hat World. Okay. So let's look for IPs here. Okay. So you'll find some vendors on here, Wolf Warrior, that are going to sell you some, that can sell you IP addresses. Okay. But you could, so I would start with Black Hat World. Okay. Hope that answers your question. Okay, what other questions do we have? What other questions? Okay, IP addresses. Do you still use email? And good question. So. Do you still use email? And if so, is there a number of opens it takes to generate a click on average? Dude, I'm so sick and tired of email. I'm so sick and tired of email. Email is really annoying. So we use email, right? So it's right, but I don't actively email. You know, I focus my time on creating great ads and great funnels. That's where I focus my time. So what I found is that, you know, I suck at managing people. So I had a whole team of people around me that were doing email and different pieces of the marketing puzzle. But what I did was I just simplified everything, and yeah, I mean, we do fine. You know, we don't we I've put in some follow-up sequence that are automated. So, you know, in every one of my funnels, you know, you'll enter an email, and then there will be a couple automated emails that come up after that. But actively, you know, focusing on email as a channel to, you know, grow with, whether that's, you know, like maintaining a newsletter, regularly updating people through emails. I don't, I don't really do much with that. Yeah, it's just what I found recently. You know, I cut a lot of people from my company, and I cut a lot, even more software programs. So we were spending an unbelievable amount, you know, we on software, like 50 different software programs. And email's one of those things where you can have an email in a form and an email in a you can create a gazillion. I think we had 7 different programs that were sending emails and all these different servers. And if you're using it as a traffic channel to like blast out to various lists that you acquire, it's difficult to maintain. Um, and it's just another place to look for links. Personally, I've always found the most success for me when I focus on what I do best, which is ads and funnels. So I try to stay focused on what I'm best at, without making my funnels reliant on too many things I can't focus on. Hopefully that helps. Let me know if that makes sense or if that's even helpful. And everyone else listening, and let me know if my, you know, if it's helpful as well. Let's see. Hello, I'm from Central Coast. I'm wondering if you have incorporated AI into your affiliate strategies. Okay, thank you, Sean Sutherland. Hold on. Here we go. So Sean Sutherland asks, hello. I'm from the Central Coast of California. Okay. Great place. Great place. It's heaven on earth. So, yes. Yes, so I'm doing a lot of stuff with AI. Here, I'll show you one thing that I'll literally just show you. So for, you know, as I showed you, we're giving away AI agents in my course, right? I'm teaching people AI, you know, in a video course and all this stuff, right? But am I replacing myself? You know, how am I actually using it in my day-to-day? Right, so these are the AI agents that we give away in my course. You know, this is to our mentorship students. And this stuff's nuts, right? It creates the ads for you. It finds keywords for you, puts them in the right sort of ad groups. It creates Facebook ads for you. It builds out customer personas and writes copy specifically targeted to a customer persona. It creates many variations of images for these Facebook ads. And that's how I created these Rumble ads, right? That I'm going to give you is AI. But in this particular instance, I'm actually creating, I have these little images because I gave all of the AI agents names. And the reason I gave them names is because I'm not creative. Because all I did was I modeled my AI agents with this kind of 32-bit. Let's see. Why is this loading so slow? what's going on here. Hold on, this is... Here we go. I modeled my AI agents after this site, which gives away N8N agents. N8N is a very interesting platform as well. So see, they're using this kind of like 80s video game character 32-bit style, right? And I thought, okay, that's cool. Giving an AI agent, we're already giving them tasks, you know, and a job title. Why not give them a, you know, like a little 32-bit, you know, face and persona? So I thought that was pretty cool. And what I did was I created but I wanted to find names that were similar to Greek gods. So I asked, what would the Greek god of weight loss be? Okay. And in this case, I used this for all of the different agents, for all the different niches that I'm, you know, that I'm in my product, right? The lungs niche, you know, breathing better, the astrology affiliate niche, the, you know, tinnitus, brain health, lottery. So I had AI, you know, this, it was just it was just faster than a Google search. I just put in the different niche names and it spits out multiple different variations of the actual name that I want to give the AI, okay? So this helped me create this, okay? So, and also I had, you know, then I had a separate, I was using AI separately to create the 32-bit images, right? I don't know graphic design that well, but AI created it for me, right? So those are some ways I've been using AI into my strategies. One more way, I'll show you one more way, bonus. If there's reactions or whatever, I don't know, some likes. There's such a lag to this. You know, but I truly want to know, like, if you guys enjoy this stuff, because it's very different from what the algorithm favors, actually. You know, that's been my constant battle. Let's see. Ah, I know what I'm going to show you. My color palette generator. So one of my agents is a color palette generator. And I love this one. Let's find it. I don't know if this is the one. But basically, when I'm working on various websites, oftentimes there's questions such as, you know, they allow you to change the colors slightly. So if I go to, you know, here, I'll show you a real world example here. And I like getting out a theory, you know, I like getting into, oh shoot. Let's, you know, no offense to you guys, but I don't trust you that much. Okay. 1 second, I have to get to this area. That's funny. Yeah. Right, so here we are. Here we are on, you know, this is ClickBank. This is a custom order form template. Just a little thing, right? And template settings. Well, I'm not gonna, or let's test, you know, and then we'll do next, start customizing. So let's see here. Template settings, template, yeah, no, where's the style? There we go. So as you see here, there, oh wait, you can't see this. Okay, Yeah, here you go. So there's a lot of different color settings inside of, this payment form customizer, right? That's within ClickBank. So in this case, I don't want to change the colors up too much, but I want them to fit my brand, but not be too different. So what I would do is I ask my AI, hey, what's a color in my brand palette, in my brand style that's closer to this color? Okay, right here. So that, that's another use case I've used for AI, and it just makes everything look a little bit better. So yeah, that's a way I've personally used it. Another way. I mean, I use it every day. It's unbelievable. Okay, let's go back to questions. Okay, thank you, Sean. Let me know if that answers your question. Okay, let's see. Is my audio still too low or too high? I see somebody saying audio is a bit low. Is it fine now? Is it fine now? Let me know. Okay. More questions, guys. Throw in your questions. Get some reactions going. Let's get some LFGs or 100% or whatever. What else is going on? Let's see this. Let's talk about mindset. Okay. So, how do we develop? So, mindset. First off, the warrior mindset. Okay, let's go into the four oaths. The warrior is the way of death. You fall towards your enemy. You never die running away. You always face forward, and you die going towards your goals. Okay. That takes commitment. That takes focus over a long period of time. And, it's hard for many people. And then the next, but I'm going to give you a video. I'm going to give you a very important video that I recommend you watch. Now, I don't care. I don't trust a lot of people on the internet, and I've been around, I said in last stream, but I've been surrounded by thieves and liars and just, a very interesting mix of people, all very rich, out here in LA. But I look at billionaires, okay? I take my advice and I try to build my mindset around billionaires. And what I particularly pay close attention to, I do things I verify, right? Is I pay attention to early interviews of billionaires before they were billionaires, okay? Does that make sense? And I look for interviews where it's not a speech, not a prepared question and answer. I look for interviews, off the cuff interviews with billionaires. I like the hearts going on. That's awesome. And let me know, let me know if anybody else does this too. But I look for these interviews that are long. I don't want the quote. I don't want the freaking quote. All y'all are looking for the quote. What's keep trying harder, whatever. Like, let's summarize it in 3 seconds. Three words. I'm looking for what Steve Jobs, how he thinks. Okay. And you're not going to get that in a 15-second TikTok. You're not going to get that in a 15-minute YouTube video of the best of Steve Jobs. You're going to get that in what I believe is the in-between, that just the off-the-cuff comments. It's not always quotable. So this interview of Steve Jobs is an unbelievable interview. Steve Jobs, verifiably a billionaire.
I'm Bob Cringely. 16 years.
And I don't care what the interviewers have to say, right? I don't care what the interviewers have to say. What I care about is how does this guy think? You know, how does this guy, Steve Jobs? Oh, it isn't showing. Okay, interesting. Oh, it's all it's blacked out, huh? No way. Oh, wow. It's a compliance. Oh, they're automatically black. Ah, that's the lag. So there's censorship, right? Can you guys see Steve Jobs at all? No. Interesting. Okay. So, but it's this interview, right? Yeah, I paid for it. That's probably why. But this interview is amazing. Okay, hopefully that helps. Let's go more questions. Let me know if that answers it. If you can believe it. What's up, Kenny, Ohio? My main man. What's good, man? Sorry, I have a dry throat. Ah. Good to see you, Paisley. Paisley Daisy. Okay. Do you have any specific Brandon Tuxon? Brandon Tuxon. Brandon. Let's see this. Hold on. Do I have any specific recommendations to get you going fully and launch your... Just post something. Don't make it complicated. You know, you have to work around yourself. Like, everybody's got to work around themselves. Just post something. Like, what the heck are you talking about? Are you a girl? You know, like, that's a joke. But, bro, come on. You know, like, post stuff, you know, and choose something and do it consistently. If it's going to be organic, post every day. When I was doing ads, I post every single day. If you only have 30 minutes, well, figure out what you can post in 30 minutes. If you only have an hour, well, spend an hour to launch a new campaign or create a new ad or something like that. I mean, for me, I just don't understand people who are scared of posting things on a computer. I don't get it. And the analogy I use with people, and I do webinar, you know, the back end for our like high-paying mentorship students is, you know, I go over questions, I help people, you know, I do one-on-one, you know, I actually get into people's campaigns. Like, instead of me sharing my screen here, me and other coaches are looking at, you know, the student's screen, right? That's why it's a mentorship program. It's not just some like, you know, like Dropbox folder or something. But the analogy I give is like, look, bro, if you go out, like, let's say you're single and you go out to the club and you're looking for, you know, to find a woman or something, you know, are you going to get that woman if you spend 30 minutes thinking about what to do? Or like, you're like, I need to think of the perfect thing to say to this girl? Or is the guy that just walks up and says something really stupid more likely to get the girl? Right? So if you're sitting here like, how do I launch? How do I launch a campaign? I mean, that tells me you're not even posting anything. That's like, it's pathetic, bro. Okay? And I don't mean that like personally. I just mean that like, don't be scared of posting things on the internet. There's people, okay? Okay, let's move on. Okay. Okay. Sorry, I went off a little bit there, but yeah. Okay, let's see. What other questions do we have? Okay, let's go over this AI agent. Let's go over this AI agent. Interview, important. Right, what the hell? Let me get this. Where are we? Let us. Now we are going to do. Let me bring it up. Free AI agent giveaway. So what do you guys want? You guys want me to show you the agent from scratch, or you want me to show you what it's created first? Okay, you want me to show you us working with it from scratch, or you want to see what it created first? What do you guys want? We're going to show you the demo. So here we go. Where is it? We have Thor, right? So in the course portal, right, and this is only available to, well, this agent is the one agent I'm giving though, you know, this is Thor. And all we do is we take this, right, download, we go over to ChatGPT, and to work with it, you know, we just take it over here, drag and drop, right? And we click enter. And look. So this is Thor. And I'm going to give y'all a link to work with Thor if you want. If I get enough, I don't know. No, let's do 100%. You know, the hearts are, where's Thor? Here we go. Thor. So here we go in the chat. I'm going to throw this in. Okay, here we go. So here's the file. I put it in the chat. Okay. Have you converted the new offer on Rumble yet? I haven't been doing the advertising. No, I've been banned from everywhere, man. But it converts. We were at 8x ROI running this. I spent about $30,000-$40,000 on Meta ads, Meta and Instagram on my new funnel, and I got banned. And that 30 or 40 grand I spent came back 8x. Okay, 8x. So, and that's the same funnel. So I've been banned hundreds of times. So now what I'm focused on, instead of, you know, and before I was paying, you know, a gazillion different marketing agencies, a bunch of software that nobody was maintaining. I get a lot of leeches that, or I'm just bad at, I don't know, you know, whatever. But you know, I'm creating great funnels, and I'm focused on giving you guys great resources moving forward. I don't want to be maintaining a marketing team. All I'm doing is late night television advertising, okay? Other than TV ads, I'm not doing any other advertising, you know, but the funnel converts off the wazoo, okay? And what I'm focused on becoming a billionaire, right? So I get stretched thin. So I'm picking my battles of where, you know, I don't want to maintain every single traffic source. I'm just doing TV ads, late night TV ads, these late night infomercials, building great funnels, and have, you know, resources for my affiliates. Because really all I want to be doing is producing, you know, where I think my time is maximized is if I'm in the back end creating resources and doing videos, ads, and being here on YouTube, frankly. You know, I think I'm a father. I've had an impact, but I think the best way for me to maximize where I go in life, and I'm going to have more regular, like 15-minute videos soon, scripted, right? I'm going to play by the algorithm. But I think the best way for me to, where I should focus my time, because I truly believe right now is the time that if I become like some sort of like Grant Cardone of marketing or something like that, you know, the Donald Trump of marketing, that this is how, and if I help other people get into affiliate marketing, right? Like all these jobs are going away. All this stuff's happening. I love AI. I understand it intuitively. You know, when I work with it, it's, you know, I love working with it, and I've created better results than anybody else I've actually worked with. You know, I have people say, oh, I have better stuff than that, and then I say, show me. And I haven't seen better marketing results from, well, that's not true. I see some people, but whenever, I've seen some pretty competitive people, but I believe that helping people learn AI and learning how to make money from it, and me spending my time on YouTube, on building a great course, and, really helping a lot of affiliates make money is going to be sort of the line that I become a billionaire with. So there's a lot of stuff I'm trying not to focus on anymore. All right. I don't know. That's my philosophy, love it or hate it, but it'll get me on YouTube more. Okay, so this is pre-prompting. As you see, I put in Thor, and what it's doing is we're getting better copy. This is called pre-prompting, and what it does is it allows us to generate better copy when we actually want it to make ads. So I'm just gonna tell it, make the personas older. So this is like what I call a little AI tweaking, right? But one of the things I'm thinking is I think there's an opportunity for folks to sell these AIs. A lot of these Main Street or High Street, if you're in the UK, businesses, they have, the dude's like niece or, dumbass family member or something like that is doing all their marketing. They don't know anything about marketing, and they don't want to get fired. The business doesn't want to fire them because, or they don't want to hire. They don't want to hire an agency. They just want that front desk person to be more, a better marketer. And I think AI agents are going to sell very big. I think it's huge. So I'm interested. I'm happy to be a part of it. So here we just keep. Okay, continue. Let's see, more questions. So this is the AI agent, folks. There we go. Thor. And we'll see it create some ads. I don't know. And chat. Oopsies, Thor. More questions. Why did you get banned? Will we get banned? I'm not telling not from Rumble. Why do I get banned from, dude? Google and Meta have been banning all BizOp across the board for ads. Yeah. The only thing you see now is like these fembot AIs. Yeah, it's like all like compliance stuff. Yeah, they don't I mean, look what happened to Andrew Tate. Do you see ads for Andrew Tate? Why doesn't Andrew Tate advertise? He's like one of the biggest marketing gurus out there. Why doesn't he advertise? Why don't you think, they don't want business, they don't want people learning these things. Why don't they allow people to advertise natural weight loss supplements? Right? Why don't they allow people to advertise natural weight loss supplements? Right? Of course, people slip through the cracks and it makes a lot of money. There's a reason it gets 8x is because they've been crushing all. 80% of other marketing gurus went out of business in the last 12 months because Google and Meta have been kind of doing a pressure cooker on the whole industry. So now all you'll get is fly-by-night people selling fembots. If you scroll Instagram, you'll see them. And guys, let me know if I'm crazy or if my take here is totally wrong, right? But yeah, I mean, hey, what's up, Dream Life? What's good, man? How you been? How many kids you up to now? Where are you living? Okay. Hello from Iowa. More questions, guys. Or you guys want to continue seeing this AI bot? Do you guys have questions or you want to see the bot? So here we go, and we got some keywords in this case. No, for my product, I recommend you guys do ads on places like Rumble, like not Google and Meta. Yes, you can make 8x ROI if you get an ad up for BizOp, but yeah, you can possibly lose an account. And then we keep doing continue. And where this gets good is, so all of this is pre-prompting. And again, I found this creates better results more consistently, right? Just pure AI. No, create landing pages. Oh, and I'm using the wrong model. So here I will give out the Rumble ad as well. Let's have to tweak this marker. Where's the Rumble ad? Okay, so this is a Rumble ad for mobile. It's just a mobile image. But you can work with my AI and just tell it. I mean, you guys can do that, figure this stuff out on your own, frankly. But you can have it create any sort of image size you want. Here, I'll throw it in the chat, Where are we? So let's keep going. Guys, I just noticed I'm running this on the wrong GPT model. I'm running this on O3. I was testing out O3 for some reason on one of my last tests. So this actually might not be as good of a it's all, some of the outputs are all right, but this won't be as good as if you're using the latest model of ChatGPT, guys. Okay. And frankly, I don't have the patience to rerun this whole thing again if one person in the chat says, like, I want to run this. So let's see this. I mean, this is all right ad copy, right? I wiped $14.72 in credit card debt to a $10 a day AI ad that runs while I'm with my kids. That's great ad copy. That's cool. Like, if you can get that approved, right, on Facebook or Meta. But Facebook and Meta hate us business advice givers. But again, the matrix will not get me, And affiliates are already making a lot of money promoting AI Marketers Club. So, where is it? For AI Marketers Club, guys, my throat is dry. Oh wait, I have to log in. Yeah. So here we are on ClickBank. All you have to do to promote. And guys, within a week, we're already at 5 gravity. Okay. In a week, we're already at 5 gravity. This is going to go up because we've had affiliates getting sales today. All you need to do to get your link. What the hell? Right? Oh, wait. Copy and boom, right? You'll get 90% per sale. Just have to post content. If you guys want ideas of what to do to post content, I'll get, you can work with these AIs, right? That's what I'm showing. And we can do a whole host of stuff. My buddy's working on AI personas. So, I mean, some of y'all, if y'all want to get really advanced with this stuff and really go down a rabbit hole, right? Learn Stable Diffusion, right? Learn Stable Diffusion, right? Test out different models in Loris, right? That's how all these Fembot guys are doing it. Right? So there's a lot of ways you can create content and make money. If you need I'm going to put out videos and more stuff like that, but I'm here to answer questions. We could work on some of that stuff. I'm happy to work on some stuff. Let me see the ads, or let me see the questions. I mean, what other N8N agents do you want to build? Oh, great question. Great question. What other N8N agents? So the answer is, I'm mainly working with Zapier and ChatGPT, and I haven't been put in any place that I couldn't get around. So I'm working a lot with that. But what do I want to build? I'd say, so where I believe there's a huge opportunity for, email SDRs. I think the first things to go right are like, there's like marketing AIs. Like, I like that. I don't know exactly what I need with NAN. I haven't had a problem where I've been like, I can't solve this unless I use NAN. I mean, I'm a big proponent of, like, if I get blocked at some point, if I'm doing some sort of marketing, I just, I don't need to. I'm trying to make things less complicated, right? I had 50 different softwares. Now I have like 4 softwares I'm working with, And if you watch that Steve Jobs interview, right? If you watch that Steve Jobs interview, it's, and I think a lot of marketers got into this, and I've seen a lot of, I've heard of, like direct response marketing, and just consumer products, the whole economy is going through a massive correction right now. And there's a lot of people losing jobs, but there's also a lot of business owners that are going out of business. Now, how does a business go out of business? Well, their costs are higher than, their sales. Like, well, and why wouldn't they just cut costs, right? Is the question. Okay, if your costs were higher than your sale, why wouldn't you just cut costs as a business owner? Well, there's a lot of businesses out there that are overly complex, and they can't figure out how to operate with lower costs and less people, because the reality is everybody's an idiot and doesn't work hard, or they're either an idiot or lazy, right? And you have these businesses that have idiots and lazy people in them, and nobody knows how to operate things. Okay. Now, I don't know. My philosophy. I was talking about my philosophy. I just simplify things. I don't try to make things more complicated personally. Okay. I believe being excellent at few things is always better than trying to create a patchwork of 50 different things. Yeah, and throw some reactions in if you feel me, or if you're like, no, let's just keep making things more complicated. I don't know. So I'm a big fan of simplicity. My philosophy with my business is I shouldn't have to require anybody else. I should know every single side of my business. If I'm a teacher, if I'm in kind of like the teaching, educational, like affiliate hyping business, I should be able to know every part, every software, I shouldn't like need people to like handle email for me. Does that make sense? Or I shouldn't need people to be like, it's like, oh, I need, so Zapier and ChatGPT, Midjourney and Runway ML and 11 Labs. That's kind of my AI stack. Yes, simple. Keep things simple. And that's, keep it simple. You get it. What's a fembot? Go on Instagram and go on Instagram and type in like hashtag AI, hashtag OnlyFans. It's like AI only. There's a lot of people out there. You guys want to see that? You guys are degenerates. You guys are absolute degenerates. I mean, I don't even know why I hang out with you guys. You guys have the dirtiest minds. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's see these. Oh, this. So this is a fembot, right? Right? It's an AI girl, right? And look how many likes she has. She has 1,500 likes or 1,100 likes, like real people. AI generated stuff, right? And then, you know, basically somebody hooks up ChatGPT to OnlyFans, and then the girl chats with you. And I mean, look, and this is a guy selling fembots. So see that? This guy is selling fembots. So, you know, you'll DM in and you'll be like, yo, bro, like, well, how do I get these fembots? And then he'll send you like a prompt, like, you know, give you like a download link, kind of like what I did. But it'll charge you like $6K in crypto or a bank wire for it. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Okay. More questions and answers. More questions, guys. More questions. We're gonna, and guys, folks, promote. If you're looking for an offer to promote, AI Marketers Club on ClickBank. Okay. I'm going to do a lot more videos teaching y'all how to make content and stuff like that, you know, in the future. You know, I'm also thinking of doing some live streams where I'm just focused on, you know, let's create an Instagram persona. Let's generate image, video, carousels, reels, stories, all that stuff. Let's do the setup. And I'm thinking of those to be about literally 2 to 4 hour streams. Okay. Now, I don't know if people are going to be interested in that, but I'm thinking about, you know, like that's, you know, because I don't care about, for me, I don't need a ton of people to be affiliates and set these things up, these AI personas. I just need a few. So I don't even care about the viewers anymore, because each affiliate, I mean, you know, one of my affiliates is getting like 5 sales every day, you know, and we just launched last week. So I don't need a lot of affiliates. I just need a few, because, you know, I'll get affiliates that'll be, you know, over 100 sales a day. So if you guys want to promote ClickBank, AI Marketers Club, and I'll be doing more streams. So if you guys want to see how I build AI personas and content, it's nutty. But I'm going to go a level deeper. You know, there's some, you can get into some really dark psychology. And that's kind of what I'm showing you with this bot, guys. This bot's got it down. Where were we? Okay, so let's say create Facebook ads. So we're going to let our bot go, Thor. More questions, more questions. Let's see. Fembots? Brandon, I just rewind the thing. I showed you guys. The fembots is this. And these are the guys that sell you the fembots. But they're just going to give you like a TXT file, like what I'm doing here. Right? So. Let's go. Really looking forward to future videos you describe. Wolf Warrior, thanks. Thank you, thank you. John Street, I'm going to make you a moderator too. Cool. Brenda? Brenda, let me know if that made sense. Fembots. What is going on here? Hold on 1 second, folks. We have possible personal information breaches. Okay. There we go. $74 average commission per sale. Okay. As of today, it's going to go higher. I just tweaked some upsell stuff. Let's see. No, it was Brenda. Brenda, this chick above you. She just kind of walked in the middle, right? She's like, oh. What other N8N agents? Does Thor only work with ChatGPT? I don't know. Plug it into Grok, Brandon. Drag and drop it into Grok. I gave you the file. Just, dude, you could have answered your question in the time you took to write it. Okay? So, you could have answered your question in the time you took to write it. There's Thor. There's Thor. Guys, play around with it. Put it in any AI. Let me know what your thoughts are. Right? Put it in any AI thing. You know, and this AI is following my the system I teach in the AI Marketers Club. I like, I found this produces better results than other ways of working with AI. And I've talked to a lot of people. Anybody I meet, I say, show me how you prompt, So that's why I'm going out a lot, trying to meet with AI experts. So I do facts, I do instructions, I give it steps. When approved, when approved, when approved. Sometimes I'll give it some context, and then I'll give it some rules, right? Like no emojis. I forgot to add that in. So that's kind of, but I think it should work with any AI you put it in, but let me know. Okay. Waiting for future videos. Okay. Any other questions? Do I think my offer would be good on LinkedIn? Oh yeah. I definitely. So great question. So we're back to Q&A. Who here wants Facebook ads? Is anybody here interested in running Facebook even though you may get banned? Right? Is anybody here interested in running Facebook even though you may get banned? Right? Because I will share my ads, our 8x ROI ads with you, but you may get banned. You may make a lot of money, but you may get banned. Okay, I'm just throwing it out. So let me start with this. Do I think my offer would be good on LinkedIn? Absolutely. Absolutely. There's been an unbelievable amount of people that are job searching, that have been laid off recently, right? Does everybody agree? Or who here is like, John, you're living in a bubble. You have no idea what's going on. What do you guys see happening in the economy? What do you guys see happening in whatever country you're from? I know 40% of my audience is from India, what do you guys see happening in your countries where you live, right? Is the economy booming, or are a lot of people losing jobs and looking for jobs? Because when people are looking for jobs, a lot of people are on LinkedIn, right? And when they're on LinkedIn, and they're probably getting a lot of rejections. Most people looking for jobs are getting rejected, and it hurts their heart, right? So they'd rather learn how to do something and pay somebody that's very good looking money in a funnel to learn how to work with AI. Okay? Does that make sense? Everybody complains about, well, what's happening in your country? Let me know where do you live, and how is the economy in your company, in your country? Okay? So let's see. So right, so we have it give us, we give it keywords, right? Affiliate marketing, this is all very basic, but let's see the AI ads. So here it coded a landing page for us. Let's have it code a quiz landing page. Okay. So here's our landing page. Let's download it. Yeah, this is good, right? Here's a landing page. So here's something that Thor created. Very simple. And we just, if we wanted to edit this, right, we would just take this file. We would change out the video, right? So whatever your pitch video is. Do you guys see this? You see how simple this is? Change out your pitch video. This is if you're doing ads, right? Because you have to have some sort of video. I gave you a video. You could just, if you guys are interested in the Facebook ads, there's a video in there. You could replace, you know, just upload something to YouTube, put it in here. And then you replace this link with your affiliate link that you got. From ClickBank. Take that off. Does that make sense? So let me know if that's helpful. All right. So just replace this with your affiliate link. You get from ClickBank, right? So let's see. What are the questions? From Turkey. Yeah. So of course this will work on LinkedIn. Okay, so we have a landing page. Now, what ad do you post? What ad do you post? Well, let's talk to Thor, right? I don't know. Here's some copy. But if you posted a thing like this on LinkedIn, wait, what's going on? Why is this taking so long to load? Whatever. You could post something like this on LinkedIn, but if you just post the image, people are going to think it's not real. It looks like an ad if you post this image. Okay. Everybody, I don't know. Maybe I thought they, you know, sometimes I have an international audience, so many people misinterpret me. I say, post something like this on LinkedIn. No, let's talk to our bot and have it, you know, propose to, let's get in here. So let's see, what would I post on LinkedIn? Propose to me a few LinkedIn personas that I can create to promote the AI Marketers Club to, you know, laid off employees on LinkedIn. AI take the wheel. Okay. Okay. So we could say, okay, let's go with number one. Okay, let's go with number one. Give me the full information I need to create a LinkedIn profile for this persona. Full name, you know, work history, date of birth, work history, job positions, etc. You know, some description of, you know, face, you know, high school, college, college major, right? So if I was going to promote on LinkedIn, right, I'd need to know what to post, right? So AI is great at filling in these details. As you see, it's giving us a full persona here. So I can say, okay, what do I post on LinkedIn? Well, you know, this guy works, you know, this is his, you know, company, because nobody's going to believe it if you're posting on LinkedIn and you're, maybe you don't have anything filled in on your LinkedIn profile, right? Because it matters. If you're going to promote this on LinkedIn through like messages or through posts or whatever, who's going to believe you if they look at your profile and there's nothing there? Do you understand? So you set up a whole persona around this person, right? Laid off, building something better, learning AI affiliate marketing, sharing the journey, open to collaborations. Right? I think that's solid. About bio, right? And then you'd put the LinkedIn, you would put your AI Marketers Club link in the bio, right? So here, you know, hop link created. Now, I would actually use a link shortener, sorry, because I have an international audience that sometimes takes me a little too literally. So I would just, you know, use a link shortener, you know. I don't know if Bitly accepts ClickBank links, but you'll have to experiment around, but you get me. You get me? You know. So, right, so let's have it create a LinkedIn banner, right? Let's have it create a LinkedIn banner. AI take the wheel. AI take the wheel. Okay. How can I learn affiliate marketing easily? Post things. Post things. Stop being scared, Ercon. Stop being scared of posting things on the internet. And sit in the seat of your prospect. Who is your prospect? Right? Sit in the seat of a laid off corporate employee or whatever. And from their shoes, being in their shoes, if they were to look at your marketing or your LinkedIn post or your LinkedIn message or whatever, would they think it's real and be like, wow? Or would they think, is this a scam? This looks suspicious, right? So you have to do the test. You've shown me most of how to start, but I didn't know where to begin. You're a rock star, man. Thank you, Brandon. Thank you, Brandon. I don't know. A lot of people are just very scared to post stuff, but you know, but a lot of people don't have a process. This marketing has gotten worse since COVID happened because the best marketing was shared and still is shared in person, right? There's little things in my black box that I would not ever say on a live stream. So let's check this out. What is this? Michael Anders. Just create an image of just the face. Okay, create an image of just the face. So, I mean, look, this is AI acting horribly. But as you see, we're actually building out a profile. And we're going to get an image that we can just upload. Now, no offense, a lot of y'all, I can't see the profile images so well, but a lot of y'all, I mean, a lot of y'all don't want to use, you know, your own images on a LinkedIn profile, you know? I'm messing with you. No, a lot of you don't want to use any of your face or any of your, you know, personal persona on any marketing. And check this out, right? So now we have an image that we can just upload to LinkedIn, right? You see what I'm saying? So all of the little things, and this is the AI I just gave you guys. This is the AI I just gave you. This is Thor. Thor is creating this. So you guys can go out and make money, set up personas on LinkedIn, spam people who are laid off or might be worried about being laid off, and make a lot of money promoting the AI Marketers Club. And we progress the community. You guys are going to make 90% of all sales. Right. So, see, and what else? Well, can you propose to me some designs for the LinkedIn banner image? Right? So this is how we work with AI. And as you see, we can create entire personas here, right? So who is this guy, right? We have about section, laid off during company-wide downsizing. So what's interesting even about this is that there's a story behind this person. So if you were to go set up LinkedIn profiles and spam people with links to my course, it feels real, right? This feels real now. He has job positions. He has, you know, stuff like that going on. Now I'll show you stuff that doesn't feel real on LinkedIn. Let's see who. What the hell? I'm not paying for LinkedIn. I do not agree with LinkedIn. Let's see this. Let me see people who add me. So let's find something that looks. So if you are trying to DM somebody, right? You want to have things filled out, right? In your marketing. So that's the thing. Questions. Create an ad I can test for the next live stream. I sent you the Rumble ad. Try out the Rumble ad. I sent you the Rumble ad. Use that. I mean, it's simple, but frankly, BizOp works really well right now. Yeah. Here, I'll send you the Rumble ad. Well, this is a mobile ad, so you can post this on any mobile network. Okay. You can post that on any mobile network. And guys, is this fun? Are you guys having fun? You know? Let me know, because I'm thinking of doing more YouTube. You know, I'm going to be doing more of the 15-minute videos, but I want to know if, like, I'm planning on doing some 4-hour streams, possibly. We'll see if there's enough interest. But A to Z sort of stuff. I mean, this is all kind of unguided, but A to Z sort of how to set up your hardware, software, apps for an affiliate marketer. Let's setting up a whole persona, in 4 hours, creating a whole Instagram persona, setting up all the images, all the videos. I mean, this stuff takes time, folks. The initial setups of things take time. But heck, there's always stuff to do in marketing, right? There's always stuff we can be doing. I'm even though I don't like having any responsibilities, I do work very hard, because I love marketing. And I'm always, in my case, I'm focused on an affiliate program, and having affiliates do, I'm focused on creating good assets and having affiliates get them out there. Because I think that's my leverage point, frankly. But whatever. And here's the Facebook ads. Has this ad converted? I haven't tested this stuff out. I've tested out the same angle on Facebook ads and YouTube ads. I'm not running everywhere, dude. You think I'm going to run ads on 50 different ad networks? All you need is one ad network to make a lot of money. The only thing I'm focused on is YouTube. Sorry, TV now. YouTube organic and TV paid. That's it. I don't think anybody's going to run TV for me. I'm not testing, but the Facebook ads have converted. The Facebook ads I just shared with you, those here, I'll show you. That was the ad I just shared with you, the folder. That ad, 8x ROI. 8x ROI, but it can get banned, right? Why are you going to run it? I told you, 8x ROI if you run it. That's what we were doing. The way I would target this, so the best targeting, where is it? Let's see this. Oh, you guys don't see my screen. Best targeting is right here for Facebook. If you run Facebook and you want to get banned and make money, but you're going to get banned. But this targeting, right? Right. So these are other targeting. This is other targeting that's worked very well for us, right? But I'm not running Facebook ads anymore. When was you? 2 months ago. This was in March. So these are the countries that are the highest Well, the highest converting countries are these English-speaking island nations. So if y'all want to be very targeted, right, with any of your advertising, and if you only want to spend a few bucks just to get your first sale in, I would highly recommend you any ad network you want to do, right? Right, these countries. You spend pennies. Even if you're in India, you can afford it, okay? Even if you're in Pakistan. Not Bangladesh, though. Not Bangladesh. A to Z long videos. Okay, cool. This has been awesome. Okay, any other questions? Any other questions? Or else I'm gonna wrap up the stream. Cool. Yeah, it's good hanging out with you guys. Would a female persona work well on LinkedIn? I mean, there's men and women getting laid off of jobs that try to that want to learn how to make money online. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. John, I launched the AI offer. Okay. Well, here's how you access it. Winners Club, I got you. There's like barely anybody on the stream anymore. Let me show it to you. Here, Winners Club, use this link. Okay. That's for the basic access to the club. So the club includes all these bonuses, right? So this is what people get in when they get in. The quick start guide, how to sign up for ClickBank, daily checklist, commissions tracker, chat, an AI bot, the one I just gave you, free website, ad spy tool, resellable course videos. So you guys want to post this and, on Udemy or whatever, you guys want to have your own digital course, feel free to repost these videos, right? Here's a gigabyte, 12 files. Guys, there's a gazillion course websites. Why don't I post it on Udemy? I don't want to manage so many things. I'd rather be more, I'm very big into like the open source movement. So I'm happy, giving away 90% commissions if we're going to build a really big community here. Sort of like what Andrew Tate did. I mean, Andrew Tate doesn't even teach videos in his course, right? He built a community. And I think that's a really good model for online stuff, frankly, because for a lot of things in marketing, it's changing very fast. So I think it's more important, instead of selling courses, it's better to have a community, because things just change so fast. I'm not, and although I feel I'm pretty good at AI, I'm not the guru or the expert. I learned AI from my own students. Okay, my students were the teachers, you know. And in our high ticket mentorship program for folks, that's actually where people, it's former students of mine who've made millions of dollars, in some cases that are teaching these, our weekly webinars and just showing off AI stuff. I'm learning, AI advancing every single week, guys. So that's why I think for like marketing, and I call it a community. Some people would call it a digital gang. I don't like that, because, it makes it sound like the money's too easy. But I can understand how some people would call, but I think that's the future of digital marketing, frankly. And I think it is important that there are ways that people, in change, that this is how a lot of other kind of digital money making things work. They're kind of a loosely affiliated community. So I don't know. That's kind of where we're going with this. When is next stream? I don't know. When I feel like it. I'm probably tomorrow. I'll try to do one tomorrow. I have to think of a topic. I want to map them out a little bit. If I'm the next stream, I want to be able to do like a 2 to 4 hour stream. I'm just testing things out. Right? This is going to be kind of a short stream, I believe. No, not that short. Okay, an hour and a half. But I want to go long. But I want to have something comprehensive and outlined where it's kind of like, here's the hardware. Here's how I would set up a computer from a beginning to end for an affiliate marketer. Here's the software that I install. Here's the links to the software. Here, I want to make sure I have everything set up. And then here's the apps I install on Firefox and why. Just the ultimate setup. I want comprehensive information out there. So and then another video would be like an AI persona for Instagram. Let's set things up A to Z, images, reels, a story, a whole hero's journey story for that person. And let's create, just like we're doing with this LinkedIn stuff here, right? Just like we're doing with this LinkedIn. How can I use this persona to share my promotional how would I do that? How many posts per day? How many comments per day? What profiles should I focus on commenting on? Okay. What else will we ask it? So we can use this AI, what I'm showing you is like how extensive it can get. I'm not actually going to get into the posting of things, but it would be a long video, right? Because if I just started like filling out everything. But, right, don't drop affiliate links in cold DMs. Right, this is if you're doing the LinkedIn strategy. Don't spam your link, my affiliate link in every post, right? And don't act like a guru who already made it, right? Do share your journey. Here's what I'm learning. Mention the course only when relevant. Like a pinned comment, a DM, or CTA in post. Title, free class, I'm learning affiliate marketing with AI, right? 1 post per day, 10 to 20 comments per day, right? I would 100% agree with this strategy. right? And then connection requests, send 15 to 30 per day. This is very spot on, right? So if you're starting from nothing, right? If you're starting from nothing, right, you can start making money online following this strategy. Okay, so this is really solid. And the average commission on my product, $74. You know, you blow up on LinkedIn, you're getting, you know, the top people on LinkedIn are making hundreds of sales per day of whatever they're selling, whether it's a course or an ebook bundle or whatever it is, right? So the top people on LinkedIn are making hundreds and hundreds of sales per day. All right? So it adds up. Now, obviously, this is all amplified if you understand and are comfortable working with technology to spin up dozens or hundreds or thousands of profiles. But obviously, the complexity increases because you'll run up against more algorithms. Where are we going with this? Okay. Yeah. So we could ask it to create a LinkedIn post now for us to copy paste. But I would say, give me 10 profiles for me to comment on posts. Something like that. So AI is even telling us who, you know, what profiles we should be posting on, right? Why? Who's this guy? Is Justin Welsh a real person? Oh yeah, look at this guy. Almost 1 million followers, right? Oh my God, you know, 90 connections with me. Oh wait, you guys can't see. Look at this. Right, so if you're going to use LinkedIn as a strategy, create a cool profile, right? Pimp your profile a little bit. You know, and then comment on, you know, people like this guy's posts, right? Because there's going to be a lot of bored people sitting on their toilet that are like, if you do an interesting comment, and look, that's exactly what Cody Sanchez is doing too. You know, and she's probably doing this with AI or N8N or something like that, right? Hopefully that makes sense. Let's do a Rumble ad setup. Let's go. Oh, what? Let's go. Okay, Rumble ad setup. John, did ad Winners Club? I gave you the link. Use this link to create a profile. I put it in the chat. That's it. I gave you the link. I put it in the chat. Okay. So Rumble ad setup. Let's go. Okay, so here we are in Rumble. Campaigns. Right. New campaign. Okay, traffic. You know. Let's see. What do we want to do? Expanded, right? Do we expand or not to expand, right? Absolutely not. Okay, image. We'll just do image with this ad you set up. With this ad I gave you. IP exclusions. Keywords. I'll just say job. I'd literally, actually, So what I would do is, so targeting is very important. Okay, targeting is always very important. So how do we, let's see what shows up for passive income. Okay. Right, so I just searched passive income. Cool. Decentralized new. Okay, let's see this. I mean, these are all small channels. Right, so people aren't looking on Rumble for like income advice. By the way, you guys can repost any of my videos from YouTube to Rumble or anywhere. I don't care. You repost these videos anywhere. But I see we have some people joining us. For people joining us, we're doing a Rumble ad setup. So crypto, we have some more. So for Rumble ads, right? See, we have crypto. We have some more people kind of doing that. Right, but we want to use, let's see this ad we have. Right, but we have this, I gave you this simple ad. Tired of the 9 to 5. Learn AI. I mean, it's, this can be way improved, but literally I just spent 5 minutes. I mean, I didn't even spend 5 minutes. I spent less. I just created an ad. I thought it'll be cool, give you guys an ad in like the most important ad unit size for mobile devices. Because frankly, I bet most people here don't even know what the main mobile ad size is. And I do believe this ad would work. Have I tested it? No, But hey, I'm going to show you how, I'm showing marketing and stuff. I don't know. This would work though. I do believe this would work. But it's very hard to get ads up anywhere for BizOp. The reason I think really any ad would work in BizOp. And I think this would actually, you're not promising income. So I believe this ad would be compliant. Now to do an ad better than this, yeah, you could, there's way better copy than this. You could, $1,400 a day as a single mom in, Idaho, but you want to be, I would start here, right? Because for me, marketing is all about data. For me, marketing is all about data. It's launch. The biggest thing I've seen holding people back is even just posting anything, So let's get back. Because I think the most helpful thing will be the targeting. So, I might do this. So let's just do this. Discover crypto. So I would put in a channel. Yeah, there we go. So that's how I would target. Why am I not targeting keywords? Right. Now, I don't even know if anybody's wondering these questions, but let me know if, I'm doing a good job of like anticipating questions or explaining or, not skipping over any detail. Right. So there have been people that have said I'm semi-autistic, but for me, when I try to understand a subject, I like understanding it completely. Because keywords, I don't know exactly where my ads are going, at least on Rumble. Whereas here I do. I know it's going to go on this site. Right? Now, other channels I may consider finding would be things along the lines of, I might search layoffs for this ad. Because remember, this particular ad, tired of the 9 to 5. So even more on target, even more targeted for this ad would be actually like news about companies laying people off, right? Does that make sense, folks? Okay. Hopefully that makes sense. Let's throw in some like reactions in there too, you know, but like to me that's obvious. To a lot of people it's not obvious that like news of people getting laid off, right? Because that's like the worst fear of somebody who has a job and is like in a wishy-washy status with the company, or the company is not profitable, right? Because they're watching news about, they're like, oh, I hope it doesn't happen. And then they're going to get an ad asking them if they're tired of the 9 to 5. And they're like, oh, you know, right? We get them in a raw state. Marketing works, right? There is a science to marketing. And here we have Trump announces tariffs, you know, Disney layoffs, you know, blah, 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 blah. You know, so Trump nukes IRS, banks are in. I'm not seeing any layoffs are accelerating, banks preparing for the worst. So maybe I target this guy too, right? X22 report. You know, although I feel like I may regret this because I'll end up getting a lot of customers that are like, you know, like, this looks kind of conspiracy theorists, you know. So that's how I would set up targeting, and that's how I'd go about it. Okay, so what else do we want to pick? Well, the other thing I would do is I would test things out. For me, I would just set this ad live as is. Okay. I'd set this ad basically live as is, but because I'd test out the targeting. But the reality is that any marketing is something that there's a process of tweaking in the beginning. It's a process. It's a system. There's not a magic button. All y'all want a magic button. It's just like upload this and all your problems are solved. Well, you're lazy. You're all lazy. Don't be lazy. Okay? I don't say that often, but if you're still looking for a magic button, stop being lazy and stop hating yourself. Okay? I would set this live, but then I would try to exclude, you know, maybe an age bracket or two. Okay? Definitely and the reason why I wouldn't normally just exclude from the get-go is because any additional form of targeting sometimes really what we call nerfs reach. Okay? So like you'd think it just excludes 18 to 24, but it's actually excluding any. I mean, there's all sorts of different stuff of how algorithms get messed with. Generally, I would prefer to just run this broad on just 2 channels. That's very targeted as is. Okay. Anything else might get me 0 traffic in this case. But let's just say we were going to try to test and force through whatever the most like high converting thing would be. Okay. Well, I would do USA here. You know, we could customize and we could say, okay, we're going to add. I don't think this Rumble's too. I don't think they get traffic in many other places. But you know, you can add in some of those other. Some of these other targetings. Oh wait, where are we? Right, what do we have here? So here we could add in Canada. We could say, what is GI? You know, Gibraltar. You know, what is the Virgin Islands? You know, why am I targeting these countries? Well, it's just cheap inventory, easy, cheap conversions, high ROI. Not a lot. You're not going to be making thousands of dollars a day targeting these countries, but you might make a couple hundred a day, because very few people live in the Bahamas, but even fewer advertisers target the Bahamas or ship to the Bahamas. Very few companies ship products to the Bahamas, but we can sell digital products there, and everybody speaks English and earns American wages. So it's very easy money for us, you know, some of these things, right? It depends on where you are. Everything is individual, right? Everything, you know, people say, what's the best traffic source? What's the best that works for you? If you hate staring at spreadsheets all day, if you want in my case, you know, do I have time for constantly looking over ads and optimizing and compliance things? No, I'm focused on one traffic source. That's TV. Organic, I'm going to be focused on YouTube. Right? So you have to know yourself, right? Confucius, this is like the famous like Chinese philosopher. He says, know thyself. Know thyself. So the best thing that works is what works best for you. There are a lot of students of mine who absolutely cannot spend long periods of time looking at data or optimizing stuff off of spreadsheets. But they're great at creating ads or shooting ads or whatever. So you have to, in marketing's a big sphere. You have to understand yourself. What is going to work best for you? You can only focus on so much at the end of the day. So let's see. Cities, I won't do any of this. Carriers. I mean, if we were to get really tweaky here, you know, none of this. This would, devices, right? Then we click next. CPM, you know, let's just say we do like, you know, $5 CPM. You know, here, I don't know if y'all can see that, but it's kind of suggests 250. I always start high. You know, especially with extra layers of targeting, I'm always going to start high. I just want traffic. I don't care if I put $10, right? You know, but I always like to start high, spend $100, and then, you know, assess the performance results. All right, but I'd start double, whatever they suggest. Spread daily budget. I don't care. I think it's targeted enough. So all I care is I want to spend $100 and see what the data comes back. Okay, spend 100, see what data comes back. Right, that's the way I do it. Let's see it. Well, let's launch it, whatever. Frequency capping. 24 hours. Yeah, I would do as much frequency capping as I can. Limit the total number of times. Limit the total runtime of your campaign. I don't know. I'd just say a week from now. You know, just in case I forget about it, because this is not my priority, and I'm not gonna let, you know. But you know, maybe we'll continue on this campaign. We'll see. Leave blank to not schedule. Yeah, I don't care about day parting. Expanded audience, lower quality. Where's the 300 by 250? I just want mobile. Where do I see this? Okay, well let's get our AI to whip up an ad real quick. Let me see. People still on? So I'm having to create an ad. Okay, let's do this. That's funny. Okay. I mean, it looks janky, but I actually think it'll work. We'll see. But folks, keep in mind, like, campaigns are things you should be looking. You know, I don't have time to watch another thing, but we'll see if I, you know, maybe we'll still just watch this. So here we go. Learn AI better. Let's see this. What the hell? Oh, here we are. Okay, great. Okay, upload. Great. In order to proceed, you need to select the lander for your creatives. Okay, add new lander. Let us use one of my... Hold on. I have to go into my affiliate account. I'm going to promote something. So I'll use actually one of my other affiliate accounts to promote my own product here, I guess, is what we're doing. But folks, when I'm working, I just go in the zone. I like working late at night. I like working on all my screens. And let's see, gumdrop. But yeah. This is like working with one eye tied behind my back, but we're doing it. And if you guys enjoy this, I'll keep doing stuff. But I need you guys to do me a solid. I need you guys to do me a solid. And if you could, what would mean a lot is... if y'all could find post some nice things online. Let me see. Let me find this. Or find reviews, or just do a search for John Crestani reviews, and post nice things. You know, that'll mean a lot to me, right? Because the Meta and Google mafia has tried to ban me, and I don't know if you see too many like real people actually showing marketing. Or if you see a lot of gurus just talking. I'm a computer guy, right? I learned, you know, I got my first computer when I was 8 years old. I like showing this stuff. But the internet's going to have a harder time banning me if y'all post nice things, you know. So here we are, and, oh wait, we have to get my affiliate link. So here's my affiliate link, right? What I did was I was just pulling up and logging into one of my affiliate accounts. And we're going to say, let's get in here. A Marketers Club 07 Gumdrop YouTube live test. Right, so I'm just going to direct link in this case. And see what happens. The reality is, I don't think I'm not sure if direct linking will work on Rumble, but we'll test it out. You know, for me, I try to keep my, you know, I'm trying to keep my life as simple as possible, as few things to log into as possible. Right, I like to be very focused, and what I believe is the two things being focused moving forward is going to be basically it's YouTube and a really good community of affiliates. You know, providing everyone with good resources. So that's that. Let's see. So we have You know what? Actually, I might want to edit this. So I get what I call very. I like tweaking some of these things. Let's see. So I would actually. So I'm gonna. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take. What are we targeting? Site. I want to see the actual channel ID. I'm not seeing the channel ID in here. Let's say add zone. So I don't know if this is going to work, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in, you know, add zone. You know, I could try a couple other things. You know, we'll just see what information passes through. So this is also, I consider testing, right? Now notice I'm not even putting things in the right spaces. It's just a test, right? Again, what I'm trying to show is nothing needs to be perfect. Okay, what language are these people's browsers in? You know, I'd love to see is there, you know, who's, you know, what's the country ID, or what's the country? What's the difference between a country ID and a country? I don't know. You know, but understanding some of these things is part of the process of marketing, which is part, you know, and I hope this, you know, I try to get people out of this mentality of the magic pill, the magic button, you know, just post this and it automatically works. No, everything is you know, it doesn't matter if you're stock trading or marketing or real estate, there's a component of it to work. That's not to say our work can be highly leveraged. We're making millions, tens of millions, hundreds of millions of dollars a year. Because in marketing and stock trading and real estate, you can do that. But there's still work to be done. It's not a magic pill. So here, as you see, I put in a longer URL, but I spent some time on it, right? Just testing random stuff out. And I put some information in there so I could kind of see what's going on. Okay, so we have mobile. We have this one ad size. Now, I don't even know if this ad size shows up on that, on this website, on those channels. What I'm going to do is I'm going to throw in some other ad sizes, just for fun. And guys, if this is like super boring or whatever, if this is non-value added, let me know. You know. We'll see what happens. I would also spend time on Photoshop. You know, so me personally, I know enough Photoshop to be dangerous. I've been very successful at, you know, creating a lot of ads. I've even used MS Paint, but let's see if failed to get. Now, I just got totally angry at this AI. What's going on? What's going on? Why is it not giving me the thing? So it's bugging out. I'm really not happy about this. But this is ChatGPT, right? You know, this is like, here is your 720 by 90 pixel image ad. The reality is like this AI stuff, it's very unstable. Okay, it's very unstable. So for the purposes of demonstration and YouTubing, I'm going to skip over all the other image sizes. It says from layoff to freedom, start with a... We're going this big layoff angle. Sorry, we said, what was our ad? It was something like, we'll just say, tired of the 9 to 5, let AI do the work, build passive income with, laid off, zero tech skills, build passive income with AI tools. We'll try a different angle for that. We'll try the second angle. We'll see if there's anything different. What's going on? The internet's been buggy lately. Okay, so whatever. I would switch to Midjourney at this point, but I'm not gonna focus anymore on the other sizes. Doesn't matter. We're moving on. So we have this ad here, right? We already have this ad. In order to proceed, select a lander. Choose a lander, AI Marketers Club, next. Then we say publisher. Okay, we have our ad type. We check all of our work, budget $100 a day. I want to do $20 a day, actually. Okay, well, that's freaking annoying. Well, that's... So look, oh my gosh, that's crypto. Okay, oh, we did discover crypto. So as you see, even I make mistakes, right? And I just delete it, somehow trying to tweak out a little bit too much on the ad. I'm not going to do any demographics there. Let's see this. And the way I would do it is I would customize this. I would add Canada. I would add Singapore. I would add the Bahamas. I would add British Virgin Islands and stuff like that. And I would add, Hong Kong. Right? Just let's see what happens. Ireland. Who cares? Then I would go down here. We'll do next. Bid type, flat rate. Right, total spend limit, 100. I want to do daily budget. I want to do 20. We have that. Daily spread budget, I don't care. Next, 5. Let's just do 8. Must be 30. 30. And I set a total spend limit, so that's fine. And then I will upload my creative. Right, we go there. Trash that. We already got that. Then we click next. And then we would click create. Right, so hopefully you see just starting from scratch. So there we go. Right, but that was starting. I had to restart that whole process. But as you see, I went in and tweaked some things along the line for the purposes of education. But if I was going to focus on Rumble, I would actually launch like a bunch more campaigns. Okay. If that was going to be my traffic source, right? If I was actually, with TV is my focus. TV is where I focus doing my ads. So I spend a lot more time on, testing and stuff like that. But again, all this stuff is a process, folks. You have to love the process, right? To take this seriously, I would try different ad sizes. I would try more broad and less broad because I want to understand their algorithm. We're playing a game here. We're playing against an algorithm. Does having broader advertising get us more traffic? Does keywords give us better quality click-through rate or lower costs or more sales? Again, there's a science to it, but you got to test different things, focus, but that whole setup might take time. As you see, it's just generating some different ad sizes. I told you exactly what I do, but there is some time consumption component, which frankly, there's, some of it is boring work, but figuring out what you're going to do and staying focused on it, it'll make you money, right? And I just chose one, TV, and that makes 6 figures a month, solid 6 figures a month. We're scaling to 7 figures a month on TV. So you don't need to do everything, you really need to make a decision, right? And focus on something. Hopefully that helps. Affiliate marketing still works. Have you gone to YouTube recently? Is there anybody advertising NordVPN? Why do we have, let's find NordVPN affiliates. Have you ever seen somebody talk about NordVPN on YouTube? Have you ever seen people selling anything online? Have you done a Google search? Most things are affiliate marketing. Right? Best baby diapers. What are we going to find here? Right? I don't know. Basically, anything you search, bro, you're going to find affiliate. Here's 3 affiliate links. Here's more affiliate links. Every one of these is an affiliate link, right? Basically, everything is affiliate marketing online, dude. Like, have you been living under a rock? What's harder... Oh, sorry, you guys aren't even seeing my screen, are you? So I was just showing, like, look, I searched best baby diapers, and, we click some link. And, a lot of these sites are all affiliate marketing. Why is affiliate marketing more resilient than other? Are you serious, bro? Like, you don't see people promoting, or maybe you just don't know, maybe you don't always know what an affiliate link is? Like, are you new? Like, what do you do for money? I'm assuming you don't do some sort of online work for money. Do you don't have an online business, or do you? Most YouTubers are affiliate marketers for something. You've seen the Truth, like social news, NordVPN. Most of these like YouTube sponsorships, they're like affiliate deals. They'll call them ambassador deals, but it's an affiliate deal. Or they'll say, oh, we give creators referral money. It's all affiliate deals. It's affiliate is when you earn some amount of money for performance. A lot of things are affiliate. Insurance agents. Why do you think Allstate pays all of these insurance agents every month for just sitting in their own office? No, they're affiliates for Allstate. Have you been to Expedia.com? Have you ever booked a flight? Have you ever booked a flight anywhere, a hotel? Did you book it on the site itself, or did you use something like Expedia? Does Expedia have an airline? Is Expedia an airline company? It's the most popular flight booker, But is it? But I've never seen an Expedia airplane. They're affiliates, you know. So affiliate marketing has been more resilient because much of the things that people do affiliate marketing for, you know, as opposed to e-commerce where there's a lot of wholesalers, right? In e-commerce, people will buy at like a what's called a wholesale discount. Okay. A lot of affiliate programs are based around digital products, like, you know, or a CPA, you know, or percentage. I don't know, like a flight, or, you know, Expedia is not a physical. They're not shipping you anything physical. They're giving you a ticket, right? So it's a digital. The product itself is digital. It's a ticket, right? Access to get on an airplane. So it's more resilient, especially in an economy where tariffs are going up and down and there's infrastructure concerns. Okay? Does that make sense? Guys, am I being too mean or too condescending here to people? I mean, should I make less fun of people? Or should I or amp it up? I don't know. You know, you guys tell me. But I try not, I'm not into being mean, but like, I'm just wondering what your guys' thoughts are. Yeah, here with Crestani, you get 90% commission, guys. Guys, folks, promote my product. Where are we? Yes. There's my fan club. Let's get it. Guys, I'm here. Let's not get it twisted. I'm here to get you guys promoting AI Marketers Club. Okay. I'm here to give you guys 90% of everything that is sold. The training courses I put my heart and soul into, I'm here to give you 90% commission on ClickBank. Okay? Now, we already saw, if you are just joining the stream, we already saw how much, you know, I have affiliates. We have 8 affiliates that have made money so far since last week. 8 affiliates. Okay? Where are we? Here we are. 8 affiliates. I implemented the upsell funnel, which is this whole kit and caboodle. So after somebody buys the $27 product, they're offered to upgrade to the super affiliate system, which is an old course of mine that I sold for $1,000, $997. Okay. They're given access. It's a 60-hour video course. Let's see. The course is super huge. It's super comprehensive marketing course on paid advertising, right? Really detailed, way more detailed than we're getting. And they pay $197 for that. So they have an 80% discount. Now the next thing they get offered, whether they buy or they don't buy my super affiliate system, which is a 60-hour course. It's 3 college educational units, way cheaper than college, way more beneficial than any marketing class I've ever been to. Is they're offered a $597 course, which is the course I created this year about AI. I go very deep into the psychology of AI, prompting it, showing how to create videos, ads, video ads. I mean, that's the most important part of AI. And you get 90% of all this. You can get up to $738. If people buy all of these products, you can get $738 from one click. Right? All you have to do is sign up for ClickBank and promote my product. Because guys, I've been banned, you know, from Meta ads, and it makes 8x ROI. So, the video's on Google Drive. No. No, I'm not providing the videos on Google Drive. Too many people are abusing my email. I'm not using Google Drive. They're on Mega. They're on Mega. LuxyFix. They're on Mega. You can download. Look, dude. You don't need Google Drive. They're on Mega. So if you guys want to use these videos, right, and resell them, right, they're here as a bonus. You go to Mega, you click the link once you're inside, and then here's all the videos, right? And you download. Okay? That's it. Okay? Look. Download. It's not hard. You don't need Google Drive. Google Drive is totally unsafe for me, dude. Like, if you want me doing these streams, I can't be messing with people trying to hack me on Google Drive. Okay? So you're not getting a Google Drive link. Mega looks complicated. Complicated. To click a button? To click a button? Internet marketing is complicated. Stock trading is complicated. Real estate is complicated. Becoming rich is complicated. I mean, it depends on what level you play at. But it's on Mega, dude. It's fine. Okay, you just click like it's not hard. You just go like this. Okay, download. Okay. Like if you're starting a business, it's gonna take time. It's not. There's no magic button. Okay, so like you can click a couple things and then upload them to Udemy. You can upload them anywhere you want. I don't care. But sell it. But you have to sell it. Okay, you have to sell the course. Here we go. Oh, life is complicated. Okay. Sorry if I'm roasting people. I just don't. I have less patience. I'm old. You know, I'm getting old. Laptic is right. Everyone is looking like it's going. Everything is looking like it's going organic. Yeah, clipping and theme promotion is a good shout. Okay, I like that. Focus more on clipping and theme promotion. I love that. Oh, folks, I am going to possibly go meet with some investor type people. I don't know. We'll see. Let me see this. Clipping. I'm just writing this down because creating personas and pages around that stuff, that's a good note for me. Thank you, Winners Club and Laptic. You guys rock. Never saw this percentual. Would you be interested in paying clippers to promote your product? For views? Paying people for views? Are you talking about paying people for views? I'm not in. I mean, I'll pay people 90% per sale, but you know, a view is, you know, what do I want a view from? Yeah, like some VPS somewhere. I don't know. There's so many people that game the view system, dude. I mean, why would I want to pay somebody for views? I don't understand that. Somebody has to explain to me why I would want to pay somebody for views. I'd rather buy ads. I mean, the reality is, I have to, if I'm paying people clippers, I have to oversee fraud. I have to view that as a traffic source. I'm doing one traffic source. My life's, if I do a second traffic source, if I focus on clippers, I'm not doing YouTube videos, guys. Right? I'm just keeping my life simple. I'll focus on creating great ads. I mean, you know, and, you know, for TV and online, and I'll do YouTube. If I'm going to add more stuff, I'm managing a course too, you know, like how many things does one focus? The reality is that if I'm going to teach, if I'm going to run it, if I'm going to run the traffic, I'm not going to be teaching people to be affiliates because it takes a lot of time to run, you know, it takes time to run traffic or set up organic. That's the reality. I mean, folks, if I pay people to clip videos, then I'm constantly having to watch my back for people, you know, going on Black Hat World or whatever and paying for views. I don't want to do that. That's a full-time job, just combating internet fraud. Right? Buying views for monetization, you know, can anyone buy, you know, buy followers, buying 10,000 phones to get, have you guys seen these like view farms? I mean, clipping just seemed like, yeah, this stuff. Why do I want to pay people for views? Seriously, that's what the views are. Anybody who pays for views is getting this. I mean, what? Bro, like, don't try to scam me, man. Don't try to scam me with these fake views. I know what y'all are doing. I teach people. I've taught people these tricks, man. Like, yeah, botting is a big problem. And you're about, yeah, and you guys want me to pay you for views. Come on. I'm offering to pay you guys 90%, you know, and you guys want to sell me these. Jeez. Jacob, don't insult me. No, you're okay. Other questions, folks. Other questions. Views are cheap. I got over 2 million. I mean, you want to pay, you think you can arbitrage, you could pay people for views to my offer and, you know, sell stuff. You could pay for views and get 90% and get, you know, make an arbitrage there, but, you know, I'm not. Views are impressions, dude. Yeah. This is what happens if you pay for views. It turns into this. Any other questions? Would you be in? Okay, I already answered that one. Will this live be up or is it getting deleted after? I'm not sure. I left the other one up. It was interesting. I'm just kind of seeing what happens. But, I don't know. Like, why would anybody want to rewatch this live? Isn't the value of, like, actually being able to ask some things from somebody live? Like, this wasn't, you know, it's the pacing on this is like, I mean, if this is suggested to somebody in the algorithm or something, it's like, why would, I don't know, it's a long drawn out video. It's not punchy. It's not got an outline. Like, there's a very clear way that you're supposed to do YouTube videos to be interesting. This, I don't think, fits that mold. But the answer is I'll probably leave it up just to see what happens. But I don't think it's good for the algorithm, honestly. These are so much value. What's valuable? Laptic, tell me, like, what was the most valuable about this? Because that helps me understand what I should do more of. Okay. For me, when I was starting out, right, I wanted to, you know, I learned a lot of marketing from working in the same office, like back to back with, like, my boss was over here. And that's where I learned pay-per-click ads from. And I got good at marketing and copywriting. And I feel bad for a lot of the younger generation, just people in general, right? Because, I mean, what do y'all get? Y'all get scripted videos on a YouTube channel that's shilling something. And why does that happen? Well, it's because people are getting lazier and shorter attention spans and getting controlled by social media. So, you know, in my mind, it's, you know, yeah, I have like, what is it, like 5 people on the stream. But in my mind, if one of those 5 people, you know, if it helps their life, you know, and then be like, wow, I get it. Like, I actually have to work. Like, I have to stop, like, just looking for shiny buttons or, or like, wow, like I'm not the only one that like has a, gets banned from ad accounts and like makes me like not hate myself. Or like if one person can understand that, it's worth it to me, right? Because maybe I changed somebody's life. But I don't think these are necessarily good to keep live. It's super valuable. What is valuable? To see how anything of it is done at least once. See what? How marketing is, so you can decide, why is that valuable to you, Brandon? You've been on here the whole time. But tell me, like, be more specific, because you're speaking very broadly. Like, why? Because if you can see the actual, like, work being done, that you're going to be able to say, oh, I don't want to, like, code AI bots. Or like, oh yes, this is for me. Or like, what is that? How does that specifically help you? Like, you see it done, like you're still a consumer, you're still consuming content. Are you going to go out and do something? You're like, actually, I'm going to like say sorry to my grandpa and ask if I can go back into my family business because I realized I like working with my hands. Or, I mean, how does that actually specifically affect anything other than just watching, right, Brandon? Because consuming content doesn't make you money. I want more specifics. You go through everything, setting up campaigns. You show so many tricks that only someone like you would know. Cool. There's software to monitor fake views. That's what. Yeah, but Winners Club. Then I have to monitor another software. Another software. How many softwares do you want me to work with? I'm going to work with 500 clippers and then a software to monitor the views and then this to... No. Why wouldn't I just have an affiliate program and pay for sales on YouTube? I have to take away something out of my life if I'm working with other software, Winners Club. Everything is a give and take. You don't just add... If you are constantly adding things to your plate, Winners Club, you lose your sight of what's winning. Focus on the winning thing and scale that. You only need to trade one stock to become a multimillionaire. The stock traders I know, they don't trade more than 2 or 3 stocks. Or Forex pairs or whatever. You don't need more. You need to do less better. Less excellently. Nobody. Mediocre doesn't make money. Excellence does. Excellence. Okay? Every software is an employee. Every software is somebody to monitor. How many folks, everything, think of software as an AI agent. Think of it as an employee. If you can personally, a manager, a human manager will typically manage anywhere from 5 to 20 people. Less is more. Less is more. If you want me to keep adding things on, I won't be on here. And I think me being on YouTube, I think people getting real talk about marketing is more important than me monitoring software and clippers, and I don't think that leans into my strengths. I don't think managing clippers leans in any of my strengths. Sure, can I do it? Yeah. But who else is willing to teach people on YouTube or do live? I don't know, So I don't, I have an audience here is the reality. I don't for clippers. And I'm taking risks. Why would I want to freaking take risk? Are you crazy? Why would I want to take risk? It's not smart, dude. I don't need to. The reality is, anywhere you can in business, not take risk, you shouldn't. Focus on making money. In my case, I'm focused on making y'all money. 90% commission. But I'm willing to hear, if you want me to do more software, but you have to tell me, what do I take off of my plate? if you're going to add, if you want me to add things to my plate, what should I do less of, right? Spend less time with my kids, you know, go on less dates, you know. I don't know. You tell me what I do less of if you're going to try to add stuff to my plate. Scared money don't make money. This stream, I mean, I knew some basics, but I'm just yelling at people. Never having done, I just seen the process once, let me fully start. Once I see something, okay, cool. So I'm giving confidence. That's good. You're already changing my life. Just the process of writing an ad. That's funny. That's good. Well, Brandon, I'm happy. You know, go out and search for John Crestani. I mean, I don't know how this stream would change a life because I just been taking questions and yelling at people. But go search on Google John Crestani reviews and post some nice stuff. You know, that'll be dope. You know, so okay, cool guys. I'm gonna end it. That's funny. I'm happy if I helped, and it's good seeing everyone here. Well, I'll get some sort of long stream going soon. Thank you guys for watching. Enjoy the resources. Promote my product on ClickBank. Send traffic. Set up fake AI personas on LinkedIn. Set up fake AI personas on Instagram. Set up AI personas on Facebook and any other social network, and use those personas to just pump out content. Use those personas to get people DMing you and give them the affiliate links for my product. Put up ads on Facebook ads and get banned, but make 8x ROI from 30K to making 240K, and take your money home and, I don't know, buy a home in India or whatever with it. You know, go post ads on, you know, resell my video, you know, resell the, you know, use the resell, you know, use my AI to just go out there and make money. Let's go. And I look forward, if I see more affiliates promoting my products. I've seen an increase in affiliates since I announced it, and I'm very interested to see if we're going to get more affiliates promoting the AI Marketers Club. And if I see more, right? Already 8 of you got sales. I've already paid out over $1,000 in commissions these last few days. Well, you'll be seeing more streams from me. So just keep promoting my product, more promotion, more streams. I'll see you guys later. Let's make some money. Peace.